This is a Thunder Game Report.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena. The Thunder with a win that turned out to be maybe a little bit more difficult than a lot of people expected when word that Kevin Love wouldn't play tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and neither would Corey Brewer, their best defensive player, and of course Nikola Pekovic has been out for the last several games with bursitis in an ankle, but still the Thunder end up pulling away in the fourth quarter and winning tonight 106-97. Big game from Kevin Durant tonight. He led all scorers with 26 points, only got to the free throw line once. That is a season low for Kevin Durant. The Thunder now 40-11 on the season. That is the best record in the Oklahoma City era for this franchise after 51 games, and they're the first team in the NBA to make it to 40 wins this season, and they continue to lead the Western Conference. After the game, we had a chance to talk with Thunder head coach Scott Brooks and with Kevin Durant.
Well, going into the game, I knew when they were going to have basically three starters out, I knew that they were going to play scrappy basketball and they were going to play free basketball, but just have a lot of respect for Coach Adelman. That's one of the things that, and one of his traits, that every year for the last 20-something years, his teams play hard and they compete and they win every year. But I thought the end of the third, Fish made a big three. Jeremy, he didn't have a good shooting night, but he stepped up and we ran the first play for him in the fourth quarter and he hit a three. So it's great that he hung in there and had enough confidence in himself to step up and hit that shot. But I thought the first 3 or 4 minutes of that fourth quarter gave us a chance to win this game.
Nick Alla, Thunder.nba.com. You mentioned that stretch at the beginning of the fourth quarter. I think you held them to just 4 points through 6 minutes of it. What was working on the defensive end for you guys then?
Well, not a whole lot, actually. Our defense wasn't as up to a level that we expect it to be, but something that we have to keep working on. I thought we played defense in the second quarter for in the first quarter for the last 4 or 5 minutes, and then that stretch in the fourth quarter we did. But other than that, it's not something that we feel great about our defensive effort. We have to make sure that we are committed every night on that end of the floor, because that's who we are.
You mentioned the Fisher three at the end of the third quarter, but it kind of went strangely. It looked like Gorgui Dieng tipped it in. Have you ever seen anything like that? And how much of a momentum changer was those 3 points? I
don't know if that's considered a three, but I'm pretty sure it was, regardless how it ended up. But I thought that was a big momentum going into that fourth quarter, and then Jeremy hit the one three, and then we hit one free throw. I forgot how that happened. I think we went on like a 7-0 run the end of the third and start the fourth quarter. Our team, I thought Perry gave us good minutes. I thought Reggie was good, 9 assists, one turnover. He did a good job of getting us in sets and finding open players, open teammates. But we knew that they were going to play hard. When you have a wounded team, that gives guys that haven't played a lot opportunities to play big minutes, and everybody in this league is good. There's no bad players. There's players that are developing to become better players, but there's no bad players. Everybody can play in this league.
Josh Kopelman, WWLS, the sports animal. Coach, Kevin Durant only had 2 points in the fourth quarter. What does it say about your team that y'all are able to pull away from Minnesota when Durant's not scoring in the quarter?
Well, you also got to give them credit. They were guarding him with 2 guys, and then the third guy was ready to collapse on his dribble. And he did a good job of finding guys. A couple of times, about 3 or 4 times, we had the corner filled, and for some reason we cut. 2 of them ended up with turnovers. 2 of them ended up in tough shots. But spacing is important to us, especially when teams double team KD, and KD's a playmaker. He's going to find an open play.
David Garrett, 107.7 The Franchise. Scott, do you compartmentalize the season like before All-Star break, after All-Star break, first quarter? And if you do or don't, explain how you looked at your team up until this week before the break.
Well, I don't. I look at every day. We have plans for the day, for the week, for the month. I have to obviously prepare practice and schedules throughout the year. So I understand who we're playing, what part of the schedule is going to be where we can get practice times and nod and travel. But wins and losses, I never focus on that. We just focus on doing our job every night and living with the results, and they've been pretty good for a while now. And we have expectations that and a standard that we want to play at, and I think we've done a good job with that going into the All-Star break. We still got some games to play. Orlando, and then home against New York, and then Portland and the Lakers. So we still have games to play before we even think about the All-Star break. This is it's a funky time for a lot of teams because a lot of players are probably thinking about the break and what they're doing and getting their plans together. We've never been a team that has done that, and I don't anticipate that happening this year.
Coach, when Reggie plays this way and values the ball the way he does, how does that impact the way your entire offense flows?
Well, it was good to see that. He had 9 assists and 1 turnover. Reggie has turned the ball over a little bit lately, but he's not a big turnover guy. So hopefully that is correcting itself, and he can go into next game and have another great assist to turnover night.
Coach, this is kind of a weird thing to ask, but KD hit only, I think, his second corner 3 from the left side this season. I think he's 2 for 4 from that spot. He makes shots all over the court. Is there a reason that he doesn't seem to get that shot very often?
The corner 3?
Yeah, that left corner 3.
Well, one, I'm sure the right corner is not a lot. A lot of guys are not going to. Most teams, if not all 29 teams, are going to stay at home on KD and all of our dribble penetration plays, and so. And most of the defenses in the league don't give up corner 3 because that's close to a 40% shot. So that's probably the reason why, and that's one thing I can think of. We'll get them there in Orlando. Don't give away our secret. Don't tweet that out.
Kevin, what was the difference in the second half? Was it just being more physical and deciding to hit first mentality?
Yeah, I think we played in spurts tonight. Our defense was great in spurts, and we let them do what they wanted to do on the offensive end. Too many open shots, but late in the third, I think Fish hit that big shot going into the fourth. Our defense picked up, and in the fourth quarter it was good. So but we just got to be more consistent throughout the game. But I think overall, it's a good win for us, no matter who's on the court. That system they have over there works, with the guys that they have. So, as they score the ball at a high rate and they move the basketball pretty well. So we had to be on point.
You mentioned Derek Fisher, but how big was his second half and the bench and the way they were able to come in and give you guys a lift?
He was aggressive, man. When Fisher's making shots, he plays even better on defense. So, he's always giving us his all, but he came out and knocked some shots down for us, and that's exactly what we needed. Perry was good tonight with a lot of energy, and Perk was great. So we just try to feed off of those guys, and we got a good win.
I think 16 assists between you and Reggie tonight. Why were you able to find so many guys within the flow tonight?
Just trying to make the right plays. Just pick and choose your spots, when to score, when to make the pass. Sometimes you try to overpass when we should be aggressive to score, but I think Reggie did a great job of finding guys and making the right plays. And he was definitely aggressive trying to get to the rim and shooting the thing as well. So he played well tonight, and we, like I said, on offense we kind of fed off of him, and myself, I just try to make the right plays as well.
How big was that sequence at the end of the third, start of the fourth? And then have you ever seen a goaltend kind of like that happened at the end of the third?
I've never seen that before. That guy's a rookie, so I'm sure he's going to learn from that one. But it gave us a little boost. And start of the fourth, those guys came out and played extremely hard, and that's what we needed. The first 3 quarters we didn't like, but the fourth, the second unit came out and did a great job.
How big was it in the fourth quarter with your teammates? You only put up 2 points, but the team was still able to pull away. How big was that to see your teammates be able to score?
They're NBA players too. It's not like I've been scoring every point in the fourth. We play off each other. Those Reggie can score, Lambeau can score, Fish. I mean, guys hit big shots, we got stops, and Tavo hit a big three in that corner off of some great movement from Reggie. So, we play a team game here.
Kevin, your team is the first in the NBA to reach 40 wins this season. Mean anything? Is that a benchmark for you, or?
No. No, not really. I think we just played more games. We played a few more games than other teams, but 40 wins, I guess, is I guess that's a mark you want to get to as a team. I don't know, but to be 29 games over 500, we'll take that.
KD in the locker room, and head coach Scott Brooks. Durant, as we said, finished with 26 points. Thunder got 20 from Reggie Jackson and 13 from Derek Fisher. He had a big three at the end of the third quarter that actually was a goaltend call on one of the Minnesota players. And the Thunder with a nice run there at the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter to kind of help salt this one away tonight. Thunder will fly out tomorrow. They're headed out of this cold, snowy weather. They're on their way to Orlando, Florida. They'll be back here, though, on Sunday for a noon tip-off against the New York Knicks. We'll keep you updated right here on ThunderGameReport.com.